So the last entry, number 10, safety is truly paramount. With every part of this industry, you're going to need specific things that are going to help keep you safe. Okay. Now, when you're working with saws and blades and things that can cut you, you got to be wary of all of that. I have right here, as you can kind of see maybe with this thumb, and I did it to this thumb about 2 weeks before, slid them open with blades. Just filleted this one, and this one I hit the opposite way. And again, I've been doing this now for years. It's not, nobody is going to always make the right decisions. And I do it, and I look at myself, and I think, oh, come on, you knew that could have happened. This one in particular happened because there was a blade open on a tool in a bag, and I stuck my hand in it, and it went right into my finger. So there wasn't much I could have done about that one unless I would have had leather gloves. That probably would have stopped it, possibly. But it probably would have cut through the gloves too. But what I'm saying is taking caution and having safety equipment does matter. Whenever you can wear gloves that can help just, help your skin not get chemicals on them or not get cut or scrapes or whatever, wear gloves. There are certain things you're going to have to do that you can't wear gloves because you're going to have to physically be able to touch things and feel things and grab things that you can't wear gloves, but there are times where you're going to need them. I did a job not long ago where we were handling siding that was metal, and had we not been wearing gloves, we would have cut our hands all up. So we had to wear gloves the entire time, basically. Glasses, when you're cutting stuff that can send shards of wood or metal or, whatever into the air, safety glasses are critical because, if you damage your eyes, good chance you're not going to be able to undamage your eye. You cause major trauma to something like that, and you may not ever see the same way again. So, and those types of things are not expensive items. So taking the time, investing the money to get yourself some glasses and just keeping a pair or a few pairs in your work vehicle so that you can have them on hand, you need to do it. Even as much as things that you use for your knees, whether it be knee pads, a knee board, if you don't have that stuff, you can even take a piece of cardboard and double it up and just put that underneath your knee. I don't always do this stuff because I hate to say it, but my knees don't really bother me. But there are times when I'm, kneeling on cement or kneeling on wood for too long. Yeah, my knee will start hurting just because you can't do that for very long. So I would definitely say that if you can, grab the things you need, or keep things in your car or in your truck that are soft, that you can utilize as a buffer or as a pad, do it. If you need help with your back, buy a back support. You can even buy those neoprene sleeves that you can put around your waist that you can tighten, that can help keep your muscles warm and loose. I would even say that if you're to the point where you're doing jobs where you're going to be having a lot of physical activity, stretching, before you start and having that be a part of it. And touching on a point that I made a little while ago about ladders and having somebody hold your ladder, having safe ladders matters, okay? I did buy most of my ladders, my extension ladders, let's say, from other people. And one of them over time became very wonky, and we just recently had to throw that in a junk pile. So having ladders that are rated to hold your weight and then some matters because normally you're going to go up and you're probably going to be holding something else that's going to weigh more than what you weigh. So getting ladders that you can, that will withstand your weight and that you can go up and down safely and that you can handle safely. Because another thing that when you're taking a ladder down from a high level or area and you have to physically carry that, it puts shoulder strain on you. So when you're bringing them down, you want to make sure that you have leverage points so that you're not, tearing up your shoulders as you're physically bringing ladders to the ground or lifting ladders over your head. Even when you're doing things where you're leaning out off of a ladder, understanding your center of gravity on them is also critical when you're talking about an A-frame ladder. because a lot of people get very comfortable on them because there's 4 points on the ground. But the problem with them is that the higher you get and the more you lean, your center of gravity or that fulcrum changes. And when that fulcrum changes, you can go down really quick, and they'll topple faster than an extension ladder, because at least an extension ladder is on a building or on a house or something. It might slide, but you can kind of ride that down from time to time, or if it goes sideways, you can definitely ride it down. But with an A-frame ladder, if it goes down, you're just going to fall from whatever height you're at, and you're gonna come tumbling down, and you're probably going to hurt something, break something, And I've talked to many people that I've seen limping, and most times that are in this industry, most times it's because of a ladder accident that this happens. So I praise God every day that I haven't had a ladder accident. I try and be as safe as I can. I also buy the horns that come off of them that are they're made to specifically give you stability. They're stabilizers, is what they're called, but they really help you whether the ladder is up on a roof or even on the side of a building, because it pushes you away from the building and it gives you almost a 4-foot footprint on it that is almost impossible to tip. So I would definitely say get yourself geared up with all of that, and those things only cost like $50 or $60. So it's not like it breaks the bank. And again, can you not do it? You have to be safe, guys. Making sure that when you're doing a job that you're mentally in that space. I know that might sound crazy to think, like, why wouldn't you be there? But, everybody has different things going on in their life, and making sure that you're all in to what you're doing can help you not only with mistakes, but also with, potentially hurting yourself by doing something that you're just, you were too busy, thinking about X, Y, and Z when it should have been A, B, and C. So make sure that when you're doing any job, but specifically jobs that you can hurt yourself, you're locked in to what you're doing, and you don't let your mind wander. Okay? And I know I've talked about pads and braces, and so any of those things, the right ladders, the right pads, the right braces, the right frame of mind, all of this collectively helps you become a master of your craft, a safe master of your craft, let's call that. And, the other things that I haven't talked about, whether they because I just haven't thought of them right now, or, I don't feel like everything needs to be talked about. Obviously, when you're using a saw, and get your fingers back from it. If you're using a circular saw, you got to understand that if you lift up on a board, there's going to be a kickback. That blade's going to come back. If you're using a reciprocating saw, you've got a blade that's coming out, and if you get your something too close to that, it's going to cut it. If you're using a chop saw, you can literally chop a finger off with those things if you're not careful with what you're doing. All of these things matter. You have to understand how to utilize the equipment and the tools that you have, and you have to look at the manufacturer's recommendations, but you also have to figure things out for yourself as well, and what works, what doesn't work. Watching videos on safety will definitely help you, and I would say that if you can find those videos, watch them, because if it can help save you from getting hurt and save you from not being able to work, then it matters. I hope that all of this stuff, every video in this 10-part series, at some level can help steer you in the right direction, keep you focused on what matters, make this industry more accessible for you, and make you feel more confident in your ability to go out, work with your hands, provide for yourself, provide for your family, and do something that at the end of the day you feel really good about, and that you can look back over time and say, here's my scope of work, here's what I've done, here's the people that I've helped. I feel really good about my life, and that I've been able to do the things that I've done and help people along the way. And I think that at the end of the day, that's what our life is. Bless people, do great work, get what you're worth, and keep moving forward in life. And when you learn this, you begin to sow it into other people, and you help other people along the way. And this is the way that we make all of this better as we go through life together. So God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.